This station rules the nation. True FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia.
Oh, yes. Good morning. Good morning, folks. This is the TBS, the Truth Breakfast Show. 961, the heart and soul of Liberia. Haven't pulled down a rain, man. But when you wake up in the morning, seeing yourself moving, thinking how to start the day, lift up your eyes onto the hills from whence cometh your help, and your help's coming from Yahweh. Tell God, thank you for the gift of life. Good morning. It's great to be back on the TBS. Right here to serve you breakfast up to 10 o'clock this morning. Good morning to the 15 counties. Let's say this together. The love of liberty made us here. Let justice be done to all. My name is O'Neill. This is O'Neill Roberts. Marka Davis. Gonna serve you breakfast up till 10 o'clock this morning. Good morning, His Excellency. It's good you wish your leaders well. President Joseph Yuma Boykai. Good morning, His Excellency. And this one I'd like to greet the Doyen of the Cabinet, Minister Sarah Basolo Yanti. Good morning to all Liberians. Liberia have won. What a country. Yes, good morning, Marka. It's great to have you back. Yes, thank God you're recovered. Someone was confabulating about you. I mean, gossiping about you. And I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you. The person took 2 minutes on you.
You know, the person is so deceptive. After all that, they send me a text message to tell me how they've been praising me, they miss me, and all of that.
What kind of
but
thing?
I know the person, you know.
The person took 2 minutes on you.
Yeah. Saying all kind of
things that even your campaign said you can win election.
Yeah, so that's why I will never, keep his back.
Oh,
Anytime he does anything, I will say publicly, and everybody will know who he is.
like young man or an old man.
And as it is now, a lot of people already know who he is.
Oh,
yeah.
Is that a young man or old man?
He's an old man who has refused his age.
Okay.
The age that a lot of people are praying for. He has passed 70, and he still wants to be called a young man because he believes in deception.
Look at that.
Yes. For the fact that you discuss something else and enter my inbox and tell me, oh, I missed you, I've been praising you.
Look at that kind of thing.
Yeah, you know.
It may took 2 minutes on you.
Kind of people can put an in.
Oh. No, say the boy.
Yeah,
make it that kind of way. But good morning, man. It's great to be back.
Yes, good morning, and good morning to all of our wonderful listeners. Thanks to those who reach out to check on me. Thanks to all of you. But yes, by God's grace, we are back. We're hoping that yes, we are back permanently. Yeah, we are hoping. We hope we'll not have
Don't,
relapse.
don't hope they're Arsenal.
Yeah, we're not. We hope we'll not have relapse.
Okay, relapse.
Yes, but
maybe you'll fall back to come back. You fall back to come back.
Yes, and Minister Kulako's song,
I like you. Don't worry.
And I appreciate the foreign ministry. Let me say in general, because out of the promos, out of the documentaries, you always hear this music playing in the background.
They use a song.
Yes, absolutely.
I hope they pay for it.
That one I know now.
No, Joyce Kulako, if they gave copyright, I hope they pay for it.
Yeah, so I mean, it was so good, Yes, but good morning to all of our wonderful listeners, our people of Liberia. I know almost 98% of Liberians are happy. They've been doing.
Then what happened with the 2%?
Well, the 2%, even though they are happy, but the happiness is not too clear.
You don't know it all.
Yeah, you don't know it all.
Yeah.
But I think I can say for a fact that 98% of Liberians are happy. The reason I say so, because when you look on the social media, others will be questioning. But why is the essence of winning a seat on the United Nations Security Council when the people are hungry, when the country is poor? And so
that's an issue.
People who make these comments, that they are the 2%.
I can't pamame.
Yeah, they are 2%.
Not an issue.
Yeah, so that's why I'm telling you. That's why I'm telling you that yes, 98% of Liberians, including me, Marka Davis, we are happy. For this feat, because we believe that this is huge for the image of the country. This places the country in its official role as one nation who, in the midst of colonial rule, stood out and said, well, we can be an independent country.
Correct.
Even if we are 200,000 people, we can make it. I'm not sure whether Liberia's population was 1 million when we declared independence. I don't think so. So I mean, it was a brave decision to take. So joining other countries to establish the League of Nations, the United Nations, joining other countries to form ECOWAS, to establish the AU and all of that, and getting elected to the United Nations Security Council as a non-permanent member. I mean, it just speaks to the fact that Liberia has re-elevated to its rightful place in the global community.
Yes, I'll read a post later on from the Danish Prime Minister. Yes.
So yes, thanks to all of you.
And we hope the U.S. Embassy can do a post for us.
Yeah,
I've been following up. I saw one from China, Denmark, Ireland, Sweden. One for Uncle Sam.
I'm seeing people quoting the U.S. ambassador Mark Turner. Yes, I think from Page Africa. People are quoting him and referencing from Page Africa as the source. Yes, so
Mark Turner. I need an official post from Facebook.
Yes,
for the Liberian government. Good morning, man. How you doing? Let's take our morning motivation. Bobby, sorry, Liberians, be thankful to God for what you have in the Security Council. Remember, we have no idea how many people would have loved to get on the seat. As a security journalist, well, I'm appealing to my media colleagues to please preach peace and not hidden messages on our platform. The word is watching. The history for crisis must be put behind us. We shall rise to a change. Victory to Liberia. Let's say victory to certain people. Victory to Liberia. God's willing, we'll make progress. Don't bring NPPT in it. Yeah, the NPP may not know that. Yeah, he said, God willing, we'll make progress above all else. Look at, you see it? I knew anyway that people, Bobby Addison with our morning motivation. Thank you so much. Yes, let's see what we have this morning. The lineup of the breakfast show brought to you by Orange Echo Bank, and of course the Diamond Mineral Water. Yes, the number one mineral water in the country. The Carish Eye Care is also proud to be associated of the TBS this morning.
Yes, so it's June 4, 2025. This show is proudly sponsored by EcoBank Liberia Limited, the Pan-African Bank, and Orange Liberia, the biggest GSM company in the country, Diamond Mineral Waters, and Carish Eye Care. Well, we will join David Coty to bring us the health tips this morning, followed by the review of the local dailies in our studio chat, as we are in the rainy season already. Some key areas that need public works attention. Yesterday we listened to the head of disaster management agency predicting that we'll have a huge flooding and even heavy storm this year. I was just laughing. Well, several turning positions set to expire as allegations on corruption at MCC and National Lottery looms. We will um, look into that. A big win for all Liberians as the country gets a seat on the UN Security Council as a non-permanent member. 181 valid votes out of 184. We want to hear from Liberians in and across the country. So because of that, we are going to open the lines at 8:40 to 9:30 this morning. Liberians, let's talk about this huge success and achievement, I will call it. Up to 9:30. 9:30 will bring you sports, entertainment, commercials brought to you by EcoBank and Orange Liberia. Um, 9:35 to 10 o'clock this morning, we'll play you the victory song to close up the TBS. So a lot of more, and we hope also
9:45. Yeah, Asila Menta.
Yes, yes. At
Yeah,
9:45,
yeah.
yes, we will speak briefly with Winston Dayu, the communications manager at Asila Minta. As you are aware, the company will be dedicating the concentrator, okay, in Nimba this Thursday. Yeah, so Winston will tell us more about that, or a little bit more about that before the launch on tomorrow. So we'll speak with Winston Dayu from Aslamita, Liberia. So
in the midst of all.
in the midst of all, country first.
Country first.
Yeah. And you know, when I read the country first thing, when I read former President Weah's post about the about Liberia's victory, yes, it sounded so good.
Okay.
It was purely and absolutely non-political.
Yes, that's great.
Yes, it was non-political.
Yes, I saw a post also from Representative Musa Beliti as well. For Nanti Kofa as well. Liberia have won, man. But let's bring our young friend, the man who talk behind. Sorry, this is not me. Maybe that liquor talk. Yeah, maybe that liquor talk they was doing yesterday. Let's bring him our young friend, Derry Ernest Cote. I'm sure that was liquor talk yesterday. He said to me, he said, "Well, Neil, you looking so loony." And that young man whose whom nothing happened to him. Was it on liquor talk, Derry Cote?
Yesterday
No, 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 no. You don't want to pray Johnson. Oh, nobody talk about that, right? Yeah. Sama tue.
I'm sorry, no. For the ugliness, yes, you can talk.
Ah,
No, no.
man. Any chatting up voice cannot change, man. All right.
For the
Let's hear
ugliness, you
you.
can talk.
Go ahead. Difficulty the health tip.
Thank you very much. Women, today is your day. If you are between 21 and I gotta get out of here.
Okay, yeah.
I gotta get out of here. There's
Okay.
no transportation for
Okay.
Look, all the noise you let echo, the noise that ain't echo, you gotta go and settle that noise that ain't echo.
I'm trying to volunteer to do so because I am a former chairman of ACA. In fact, the first chairman of ACA was Charles Bayoyowe. But immediately after the election, he fled the country for fear of reprisal from Charles till he, Alhaji, everybody left. I took over the party. And it is true that I myself have my own problems there too.
Oh.
Especially when I wanted to take my car from me. Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to take a car from you.
Yeah. Taylor gave me a brand new pickup. Pickup.
Uh-huh.
And then I put on it all the reconciliation party to dignify the party. There was no car.
Okay.
So I was dignified. But after we went to Ghana and came back, trouble started small.
Okay.
They wanted a car because the car belongs to the party. I said, no, this party belongs to me. It was the time I respected the Justice Minister, Cabinet General, because they took me to the Ministry of Justice. Cabinet General was the Justice Minister. When we got there, my friend, 16 Madingo guys, and when they started speaking this, Talamasi, Masi Flanila, Anike, I said, but then I finished. These Madingo people here, and Cabinet General Madingo man, they come and take my car from me. Okay. But that man surprised me. When we entered his office, those guys were the only person who I carried was Matudeke Timba. Okay. He was my youth chairman. This man who was one time representative for District Number 9, Nimba County. I thought he was me, but all the other guys were from another side. When I heard them, I think, well, people, my man, I said, my car gone.
My car gone.
My car gone.
I explained to him. And he said, all right. He said, who's the leader of this group? They put your hand up. I don't want to call your name. He said, can you bring your document to see? He ain't got no documents. Okay. Then when they asked me, I just took up my paper. I said, Mr. Minister, I couldn't bring the original here because I didn't know what was going to happen. But here, I can bring it tomorrow to you, one of us. When the man looked at the thing, he saw the signature, Charles Kangetilla. So I recognize his signature. This is the president's signature. Oh, Mr. Coty, just carry your car. I said, Chief, I didn't even bring it. You like me laid that to my house.
Abba.
So anybody who was responsible for Cabinet General leaving that justice, that Supreme Court.
You come in here another force.
And then justifiable reason. Okay. Even when I said pay him, you refuse to pay the man. Okay. Who will never be French. I can tell you that. Never. Okay. Then right now you know law. Now you know law. Look, I see him.
You gotta get out of here.
You gotta get out of here. Okay. All right. Derek Kotu of the Help Taste, a regular feature right here on the True Breakfast Show, brought to you by Orange, Echo Bank, and of course the Carish Eye Care right on the Boulevard Junction. Diamond Mineral Water. Today, the first 5 callers that will call in today will give them a bottle of the Diamond Mineral Water. Yes, compliments of the Diamond Company. Yes, the #1 mineral water in Liberia. Let's take this young man picture from the Facebook. Yeah, those of you been watching, taking out David Coty from the studio now. Let's find out what's making news from the print media on the TBS this morning. Yeah, so welcome to the review of the local dealers. What's making news from the print media? Our first stop is the Front Page Africa. Yes, what is making news for the Front Page Africa?
Yes, the lead story of the front page of the Front Page Africa newspaper: growing regional influence.
morning. Thanks to our proud sponsor, Echo Bank, of course, the Palm African Bank. Today is Wednesday, so you can listen to Let's Talk Echo Bank at 3 o'clock this afternoon right here on Truth FM. And of course, Orange, yes, have hit 1 million subscribers across the country. Yes, keep subscribing with Orange. Yes, keep using your Orange Money. Orange Money when you're recharging your Satcom, your DSTV, you buying your LSC token, no service charge. Yes, so you can have the exact money there. Trust me, there's no service charge once you are using um, the Orange Money service. Thank you so much. And of course, the number one mineral water in the country is Diamond Mineral Water. Yes, satisfied. Today we'll be doing the first file call. One you just call to set a bro like bro Diamond Water say come and get. I mean, yes, just one sack. How much on a sack? 12, right? Yes, the 330 liter. But they'll call you now call from where bro and you want to come for one sack. So those of you in the Painesville belt, once you call this one to celebrate with our U.S. United Nations Security Council seat, come and get one side of the Diamond Mineral Water. Yes, very, very good to drink. Yes, the Carish Eye Care is right on the Boulevard Junction there. Visit Dr. Catherine. Yes, and see after your eyes. Maybe you're having some problem with the eye is itching, or you're using the cell phone, you see it's burning your eyes at night, you're washing, or you on your computer, you're having some problem, do a other test. Dr. Catherine, you can call in on 0775 308595 0775 308595. Welcome to the Truth Breakfast Show. Thanks so much. Those of you following us online would like to say a pleasant good morning in the midst of all what we do. Country first. Look, Marka is becoming difficult for us. Yesterday, I was all alone. This country is going away that one minute when you're talking this way, then you're government journalists. The next minute when you're talking the other way, then you're opposition, you're enemy of the state. So who we are now? When Jacko Ching, this guy have a movie called Who Am I? That's how it's becoming for some of us. The moment you start to flip-flop in this direction, oh, the guy is an enemy of the state. He's an opposition journalist. The moment when you are flagging something that is in the interest of the country, then you are a paid journalist, government journalist, whatsoever. So who we are now. But how be it? I mean, we'll do what we can do. Before we go to our talking point, I want this didn't pass through. Something strange is happening in the traffic, and this goes to the Association of the Blind. If you notice in the traffic now, the kids that are on the streets, as soon as you start the run to you, everywhere in the city here,
Duplo
Road Junction, Bannersville Junction is worse. New Georgia, everywhere in the city you have
72nd Junction.
Yes, the kids are just everywhere in the street.
Ministry of Gender and other relevant institutions that the locations we're giving you also.
Please, let's give what the location again. When you slow down or you even make attempt to even change your $5,
especially with the traffic lights now regulating the traffic.
The traffic light
as soon as the lights hold you and then you stop, immediately they are coming.
The children will come. They'll stay right to the car. Is that a bad thing to give out?
The
rate is concerning.
Yes, our concern number one is the safety of these children just coming on the road. You know, in terms of accident. The other one is, are they in school?
They're not in school. We're not preparing them.
You understand? I mean, this is a problem.
At the age of 5, 6 years old, the child's getting used to money already. The mother or father, it's a sad thing, is blind, but it's time to get used to money. Even though on a human heart, you will not see your kid come to say, please help my mom, please help my father, let God bless you, and you get passed by. But there is a relevant authority that should take charge of this. Otherwise, else it will be for in all everywhere in the city here. The Home of the Blind Association, the kids are everywhere in the streets. Maybe it's another time, right?
Yes, but at least the reminder has been made. We'll continue with it on the show because I think it's very important.
Very, very, very important. Yes, we're into the rain season already. 2 talking points. Don't go to the big one for Liberia. I know you all we can escape the UN Security Council seat. Yes, it's just want to say to the Ministry of Public Works, you have a couple of areas that you make mention of. Yes, if you can work through the dry season in my Joseph Boyka voice, yes, that will always be in my head. President Boyka will say, if you can work through the dry season, you won't work through the rain season. We understand the rain is falling heavily, but don't say you'll slow down the work. If you can work through the dry season, if you don't know get up power, but we didn't get in, it's our president, Marka. If you can work through the rain, you can work through the dry. So there are several areas that you make mention of. The Ministry of Public Works say yes. There will be road work to I'm trying to get it, okay? This destination area that we cannot escape. So we're seeing how the rain, like we're somehow lucky. 1 minute is rain, the next minute is stop. The water takes over the road. In split seconds, you don't know how the water, there are some areas the water will just, disappear or whatsoever, the ground absorb it. But there are other communities that the water will set forever so long. And I want to say this out. We'll talk about the speaker, right?
Yeah.
The speaker reached out. Those of you in Carwell, Samuel, and on a Sunday morning, he reached out and assured that the Ministry of Public Works will take charge very soon. And I told him, I'm counting the day, and said, yeah, announce it on the radio. So we're going week 1. When we hit 1 more now, they'll get on Rachel back. Yes, it's a message meal. So the Ministry of Public Works, the Carwell Samuel Road, that's a major road. That road can take you to Todi. Todi is the home of where people burn the charcoal. Yes, the road is messed up in Todi. If you're doing the Samuel Road, it can take you to Louisiana. It takes you to Mount Barclay. It takes you to Red Light. It takes you to Banga. That's the importance of that Carwell Samuel Road. Since the lawmaker of that district and the speaker have reached out, with all due respect, let's give her time and see.
Yeah, when you know people do, they can suffer in your hand.
Sincerely, you got my guys just forget about Samuel Carter. I said, I'm moving back. I'm going back. I'm going back in Rachel could do. And I tell the speaker, I said, look, Battlefield is not district 11 alone. You're maker of the entire district 11, which of course include Carwell. So if you're doing the lawmaker thing 2029, you'll be like former speaker, our friend, Buffer Chamber. Yeah, and we'll just be seeing in Ghana video, former speaker. But on a very yeah, Buffer Chamber, good morning. But Buffer was somebody who, when you make mention of his name, he implement something quickly, or fast tracking speaker.
He helped a lot of people who had medical problems, came here to do SOS calls. He really did intervene in most of their situations. I remember at one point in time he spent $1,300 on a lady, yes, who had an issue. Yeah, so I mean he was reaching out, he was good, but I know that's politics.
And Labring, forget about people too. People don't talk about Buffer Chamber anymore.
Telling you,
Richard Cool issue, yeah, this one. People aren't talking about Buffer Chamber anymore. You could be the next. So you're the most powerful, the tier man in the country now, eh? Do something about that.
In the rainy season and the road issue, you the number one now. Yeah.
At this time, yeah. But the former speaker were reachable. Let's use that word.
Yes.
The former speaker. Yeah, but that's it, man. Let's get up. Any other thing you want to add up? Those roads the Ministry of Public Works made mention of.
These are some of the roads.
Dwazon,
Dwazon Turning Point Junction. They talk about Freedom Community Road, GSA Compound, Cement Hill Road, Rock Crusher Community Road, SKD Complex to GSA Road, Tingers Village Guest House Road. They talk about the Iron Gate Community Road, Christopolis Community Road. Christopolis anywhere in Breville. Yeah, somewhere there. Yes. Nizo here in Pinsville, Divine Road, VP Road, Hammerfield Dupont Road as well. They talk about the Pesu Hope in Mount Barclay, Oldfield. They talk about the Gil Marshall Smart Institute Road. Talk about Smart University Road. Talk about Peloton to Johnsonville Road, Tubman Boulevard, Samukai Town. Samukai Town. Mount Barclay Rock Crusher Road, as well as Wentown Public School Road.
Okay.
Yeah, these are some of the roads they talk about. They said they were going to be doing these corridors. 100 covered lines will be installed, while existing ones will be cleaned up. A move to address the flooding situation during the rainy season. So when we used to talk about what are we doing as a country ahead of the rainy season, I think some of these broadcasts added up to the fact that the needs were there, and the ministry decided to outline these 18 road corridors, 18 of them. Yes, so I think it is a good thing.
One disappointing part of the ministry is not working along with the media. You don't see the media as an enemy. Look, who can help? Hundreds of thousands, if possible, million Librarians listening to us who say, well, all of this road we are making mention of, not everybody have access to the Facebook.
Yeah.
And we're announcing the road. People say, "Oh, our community new was announced." Public Works said it'll come. You see, that's good. We're doing our work.
Sure.
But you're not leaving out of it and say, "Well, we don't have time for this other network." But anyway, let's move. Liberia. There are several tenure positions that will elapse very soon. That mean replacement killer,
including the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia.
I
think that is that the biggest?
Yes, it should be. It's the biggest. Yeah, the Chief Justice. How do we say it?
This very June.
Retire, right?
Yeah, retirement.
Retirement.
Yes, that one retirement.
Retirement in June. So y'all look for the date. We'll look for the date in that. Nobody looking at that.
June 26th?
Yes, we'll look for the date, the retirement, and we'll become the new Chief Justice. I love it again. Yeah?
We'll recommend.
Yeah, so that's a big one. Then another area is the National Lotteries Authority.
Okay.
Yeah, the lotteries. The one who controls all of the gamblings. Yes, gambling is a legal thing. So the lottery tenure elapses next month.
Okay.
Nigeria next month.
You mean July?
July.
Okay.
We in June?
Yes, we in June.
Yes, July. Before July 15, whether the lottery boss will stay or he continue left, that appointment comes from the vice president.
Okay.
Yeah, for director on the vice president. So all of you in the lottery's position, the tenure position elapses very soon. The next area very soon will be the national identification card.
Okay.
Andrew Peters. So you have Reginald Nangwe at the lotteries. You have Andrew Peters. Oh, 10 can go fast too. Yes. Then there are calls also for the LTA. Whether those who are acting. Good morning, His Excellency Joseph Boyka. I mean, you slept very well. I saw you doing a lot of dance last night. I mean, that's a good one. Those who have been acting, some of them going for a year now. Whether they'll take the job permanently, His Excellency, you have to look into it. Yeah, you can't have someone acting for too long. You know, if it was a school, for example, Benjamin Ways, the principal for the school, is acting principal. That school will not graduate until you have a full, appointed principal before the school carry on to graduation. So you can have someone acting for that very long. The LTA, Adla Kamara has been acting. The whole board. The whole board too, yeah. Patrick, everybody just acting. They're acting like you working. So if they'll be appointed fully, let it happen. So tomorrow history would not say, well, during my president, our president, time, these people acted throughout the 6 years. Or some people not in the 6 years. Some people go for 2.5. I prophesy some of you. We looking at the media way. You're not in it. Yes, you in the 6 years. Yeah. So that's it. But there's something going back and forth at MCC, the Monrovia City Corporation. That area was rebranded. Sometimes I can think how Maryborough actually operated. But someone say it was through donor funding, and so Maryborough out of the funding. But Maryborough cleaned up Benson Street, for example. Trust me, that place will be forever clean. You won't come back and see the dirt coming back to Benson Street. Maryborough, who the Senate refused to confirm, and she will stay working effectively. So there's some kind of financial scam happening at the MCC. So the MCC too have reported the case to the police. And I said, well, how would the MCC report to the police to come and investigate the payroll? Yeah. Then the FIA too didn't stop.
But don't you think that letter was supposed to go straight to the GAC?
The GAC, yes. That's the error there.
Yeah.
People sometimes make error. Look, let me tell you this, right? If you are a boss, Marka is the head of the newsroom. There's some decision he wants to make. He even go down to the editor-in-chief. You think the other headline will not shake the country? You can even be a lawmaker representative. Your drivers along with you in the car, turn to him. He may give you some good ideas, but when Eugene Nambo did that thing, a reporter, the former chief of office staff to Samatwe, he carried the case to the police, who said, no, Eugene, you erred. You should have gone to the court. Luckily, the family, dropped that thing. And they buried what's this guy named? The former chief of office staff to Samatwe. There's some, yes. Cletus Noah. That sometimes you look at your deputy, it's not even your yard boy, and say, I want to take this decision. What do you think? So the MCC wrote the Liberia National Police to investigate the payroll. You should have called in the GSC. GSC, please, can you run the audit? Then it didn't stop there. The FIA too say, okay, says you are rating the police to the FIA too wrote the MCC. What is happening at the MCC? So it's claims and counterclaims. When saying John Shafa, you know, there are others who saying family member back and forth. So the GSC will be the best for institution that will run. You see, GSC is coming up with 36 donor audits. Yeah. Yeah. So then the lotteries too have some kind of pickup mixing and nothing. A lot of things to account for. Say two brand new pickups got mixed at the National Lotteries Authority. So this kind of thing, we'll just do a whistleblower to GSC. Please go and audit. That's all. Let's stop going back and forth, raising police to come through. Yes, but let's go to the big one, Marka. I want us to play this song.
Yeah.
Yes, we introduced this song to Liberia.
Absolutely.
And this song is a well-deserved song. Those of you listening up on radio, on Truth FM, on Facebook, this one, this is song for every Liberian. Look, you won't be in your own country and hate your country. One nation, indivisible. God love Liberia. We love this country. We love our president. Joseph Boyka, we love you. Josh Ria, if you come back, we'll also say we love you too. But meanwhile, we love Liberia.
Sure.
But am I wrong?
You're right.
I'm right. Joseph Boyka, we love you. Until the 6 years elapse, well, another election, kind of next person will say we love you. Otherwise, else we'll still be in the same country just like that. But this is Minister Lawrence Kolako, man, the flag of Liberia everywhere in the world.
Show your allegiance, show your faith to this nation, Liberia. The flag of Liberia is flying on the sun. Show your allegiance, show your faith to this nation, Liberia. On the flag stands forever. The white on the flag is for purity. The sun is for republic. The blue sea is for black people. We know Liberia is our home. The Declaration of Independence was signed in 1847. 11 men of people we are gonna fight before them. The lost star shall be evermore.
And I want to use this movement. Maka, you're coming right now. I want just do a beautiful piece for our country, man. Yes. Not singing, Yes, just a patriotic message out to all Liberians. Yes.
Yes. So again, Onu, thank you. Like we said before, I will say this again. When you see people who are honest, people who can deliver, people who are experienced, got competence, your spirit. Some of us, our inner men, speak to us on issues. When they in fact after the election, right after the election, I posted that my choice for foreign minister was Sarah Besto Yanti, if you can remember.
Yes, look on the Facebook page. This is our touching picture for Minister Yanti.
Yes. I posted that even before the nomination. And when that nomination was done, I was like, wow, this is great. This is my best nomination. And throughout the confirmation process, we supported that process until this lady got confirmed. By her work over the period of time, I think somebody made a comment on one of my posts and said, well, you guys said this, that a woman was going to deliver. I think that is what we are seeing today. Again, to the people of Liberia, I know it is very difficult. The country we have now is very difficult to rule our politics out of everything we do. However, I believe that this country is bigger than any political party and any political leader. This country is bigger than any politician, any individual, even bigger than the president of the country. Therefore, when there is something that is in the general interest of the country, it is important that all of us embrace it. So we want to say congratulations to all Liberians who supported this initiative. Congratulations to people who even had a first thought and say, well, in 2025, there's going to be an election for the non-permanent seat. Can Liberia contest? Those who brainstormed and said, well, let's put our foot in it. We want to say congratulations to all of you and thank you. And to those who fought throughout the process, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs was so robust. And other Liberians, including Madam Lema Bowie, former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Senator Sangar Finley, the deputy ministers at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and all other members of the government who pushed, and even people who are not in government directly, who pushed for this. We want to say congratulations. And we want to urge the Liberian people to own this success. I know there will be time we will criticize and all of that, but sometimes we need to bury criticism and praise our country. Believing the fact that this election, some people will be asking, oh, but what is it bringing on the table? This is a voice. This is something that brings back, like, I mean, should I say, pre-war Liberia. It brings back the image of a pre-war Liberia. It's like the time when Liberia had not experienced war and nothing at the time. The kind of respect that Liberia had when it took the bold steps in declaring independence and say, well, we are an independent and sovereign country now. We can govern ourselves. At the time when no African territory or country dared to even speak in the face of their colonial masters. When Great Britain controlled a lot of Africa, when France controlled a lot of Africa, these countries were like French territories on the continent. Liberia took that bold step, and Liberia did not stop. So Liberia is a country that has been into diplomacy from its foundation, contributing to the foundation of the United Nations, to the establishment of ECOWAS, even the African Union. So all of these contributions from the very initial stage made Liberia a global leader in the first place. But then after we had a conflict, the country slipped off, I can say. We slipped off our ladder. We who have given birth to more countries, independence, who have advocated for African independence, now went into conflict and we lost our place. I can say that for a fact. But you know what has happened? We started gaining our place gradually when the United Nations came, help ECOMOG and other peacekeeping forces. We ended the war in 2003, conducted election in 2005. We did a transition. 2017, we did another major transition. And 2024, we did another major transition. Now Liberia, rising gradually, now got elected to the United Nations Security Council. You know what this means? It means that Liberia has now been globally accepted as a pace setter for peace, reconciliation, conflict transformation, for the fact that we have even started contributing to peacekeeping missions in other countries. It speaks to the fact that, well, Liberia now is accepted as a conflict-free and peaceful nation that can now regain its rightful place among the community of nations and in global leadership. So we want to say congratulations We must accept this as a milestone for our country, regardless of which political party you support, regardless of who the politician you support in Liberia, regardless of who is president now and who was president yesterday.
Yes, beautiful piece one, great one, great one. Who started a win, started a then an issue.
Oh yes.
Yeah, who started a win, started it. The thing is about Liberia. Liberia have won. And let's go out to some of our international posts. This is from the Embassy of Ireland. The Embassy of Ireland in Liberia. So congratulations, Liberia. Pleased to have cast our vote today for your election to the Security Council. See how the international world is thinking about us. The Republic of Ireland. Looking forward to working with you to maintain the international peace and security during your term. Cheers. This is from the poor Republic of Ireland. Let's go to the Great People Republic of China. Warmest congratulations to Liberia on the successful election as a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council for 2026-2027. What a milestone in more than 6 decades for Liberia. China stands ready to enhance cooperation with Liberia in the Council and multilateral affairs, working together to uphold international peace and security and promote common prosperity. This is from the Republic of China. Let's go to I want you to do this from Denmark. Yeah, Denmark is so hard touching, man.
Yes.
They won't do it a lot for country now. Yes. Let's go.
This is it, right?
Yeah, this is it.
Okay.
Yes.
Liberia, a small country with great potential. It says it was necessary to get 128 votes. Liberia received 181 votes today at the United Nations General Assembly in New York and has thus been elected as a member of the Security Council. It has been a pleasure to follow President Joseph M. Boakai and his team's targeted. You sure this is what you want me to read?
Yes, it's the same thing.
This is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Go ahead.
His team's targeted work to achieve this international position after working in the country for the past 16 years. This is proof for me that the country has truly stepped out of its historical shadow with bloody civil war and several years of lockdown due to Ebola. Now the country can and must look forward, educate its young population, and stand together to exploit the fantastic natural resources that the country has been blessed with. As a Dan, we are only 6 million people. I know that small countries can have a huge impact on the world, and Mama Liberia has all the prerequisites to become one of the countries that shows that the future must be built on development and sustainable growth. The world does not need more war, but partnership.
Yes. And so on and so on. Let's come back to some of our active politicians here.
Yes,
yes. Let's see who have one of our biggest politicians.
Okay, former President Weah.
Yeah, former President Weah. Yes.
Yes. So this is it's a statement on Liberia.
No, sorry. Let's do the current president.
Okay.
Yes, Joseph Boyka.
He did a post.
Yes, 1 hour ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but let's do the current president. Then we'll do. Yes. 1 hour ago.
Okay.
Yes.
From the executive mansion.
Executive mansion officially.
Yes.
Yes.
It says Liberia has been elected to a non-permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council for the 2026-2027 term, marking a historic milestone in the nation's international re-emergence. In a nationally televised address, President Boakai hailed the achievement as a new chapter in Liberia's global engagement and a tribute to the resilience and global vision of the Liberian people. This is a moment of honor and humility for our 178-year-old republic, President Marka said, adding, our election symbolizes African perseverance and celebrates generations of Liberians who held firm to freedom, self-governance, and global solidarity. He expressed deep gratitude to the United Nations member states for their confidence in Liberia and paid homage to Liberia's historic legacy from being Africa's first independent republic to a founding member of the United Nations. He also emphasized or recognized the contributions of national icons, including Ambassador Angie Brooks Randolph, the And President William Aratoba Jr., whose leadership helped define Liberia's international identity, highlighting Liberia's joining from civil conflict to democratic stability. President Boaka emphasized that the UN Security Council election validates the country's commitment to peace, reconciliation, and international cooperation. Unlike our partial term in 1961, today's election is a testament to our nation's joining toward peace and reconciliation. It affirms Liberia as a credible and relevant voice of or on the world stage. The president pledged that Liberia will be a principled and dependable voice on the council, advocating for the interests of Africa, the global south, and marginalized communities around the world. Key priorities for Liberia's tenure will include conflict prevention and peace building, protection of civilians, especially women and children, peacekeeping reform, addressing climate-related insecurity, inclusive diplomacy rooted in Liberia's values of freedom and humility. Liberia will draw on its high-earned lessons to contribute meaningfully to global peace efforts. We are not just participating, we are ready to lead and to serve.
Great. Yes. So before to former president, this is for the United Nations. Liberia secured a non-permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council. Congratulations to Liberia on its election, the United Nations Security Council for 2026-2030. This is from the UN. Yes, let's hear from His Excellency.
The immediate past president.
Yes, immediate past president.
Statement on Liberia's election as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council, June 3, 2025. Today marks a proud moment for our beloved country. Liberia has secured a seat at the global table as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. I extend heartfelt appreciation to the government of Liberia, led by President Joseph Boakai, for ensuring that this monumental national aspiration came to a successful conclusion. My sincere thanks also go to ECOWAS, the African Union, and all local and international stakeholders who supported Liberia from the onset and followed through today with a resounding vote. When we began this journey, the goal was clear: to claim Liberia's rightful place on the world stage and advance global peace and security. Now, with this opportunity, we reaffirm our commitment to championing these ideals while advocating tirelessly for Liberia. I call on all Liberians to use this landmark achievement to work in the collective interest of our common patrimony, Liberia. God bless Liberia. George Manawiya, former president, Republic of Liberia.
Good. Well, all fairness, right? Thank you, former His Excellency. Let's do this. Let's see if we can get the lines activated this morning. This is the breakfast show. Some of you political leaders are not too active on the social media. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. So again, Liberia have won. Those of you who doubted, I see everybody happy for Liberia, but when they appointed the nominated Sarah Bezos Yanti, Sarah this, Sarah that. Yeah, who wants Sarah? Who want this? And we stood our ground here. We said, this, let me get her picture out. This is my favorite picture, the Sarah Bezos movement. Yes, I saw in a video yesterday, in a tears, she dropped down to President Boyka. Said, I never disappointed you, man.
Oh, yeah.
That tells you that I've worked in the United Nations space for some time. So she knew the connect. She knew how to turn left, how to go right.
And the president pro tempore of the Liberian Senate, in her post, she called her favorite minister. In fact, she said her minister of the year.
Her minister.
Yes, minister of the year.
Okay. Yes.
But that's the cause now. Reactions from Liberians across the country: Nimba, Grand Bassa, Margibi, Montserrat here, Bon County, Grand Jide, across the countries. The country, Sino, River says the Western Liberia Belt. 0770-202579.
Yeah, let me read this one for my good friend, our friend. This is Sheikh Mustafa Kuyate. Hey, Sheikh.
Ambassador Sheikh.
Ambassador Sheikh. I'm sorry about that. I always say Ambassador Chasnader. Yes, Ambassador Sheikh. Let's read this one from Ambassador Sheikh. Liberia wins. If we have many reasons to fight, this is a reason to celebrate. We have entrusted with the voices of Africa to be heard as a continent at the United Nations non-permanent member of the UN Security Council. Thank you, President Joseph Boykai. Thank you, Liberia. Thank you, Foreign Minister Sarah Belsodoyanti. Thanks to every Liberia. Check, where are you? Thank you so much. So the first 5 callers, once you're in the Pinsville belt, you call. You can come for a sack of the Diamond mineral water. We're celebrating Liberia with you, the #1 mineral water. Amen.
Yes, Liberia is like a diamond now in Africa.
Yes.
Let's take the first call.
Yeah, take the first call. Once you're in the Pinsville, you come for a sack of Diamond mineral water.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. You're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Marka. Calling from the R2 belt.
Lee Fowl.
This is my first time calling on the show.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm so happy to hear what went on. And I'm so proud of Liberia. I'm so proud of the minister. I just want to tell her thank you. She's putting on her hard work.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning, Marka. Good morning, O'Neill, the Congo boy who can speak any dialect.
Who told you that?
For BK. Okay, O'Neill, let's go into it now. Come on.
No, let's go to Monday.
Begin, man.
Let's go to Crew. But is that against me dialect now? On the show.
I know. On the show.
My man, I say that.
So let me appreciate you guys with the analysis this morning.
Alpha, where you calling from? We want to give you a sack of the Diamond mineral water, the #1 water.
I'm right here at the Tupuro Health Center.
Okay, come for a Diamond.
Yeah, but Marka will bring it. Marka will bring
Ain't it? You respect journalism. Go ahead.
So I want to thank you guys. Unlike the other people, please, I want to read my mind here.
Look at that.
Unlike the other stations, the way they try to handle this thing is not correct. I'll listen to my son Jeff on Tip FM. This is not right. Who called Neil? Who did not call? Let's put all these things aside and give God glory for Liberia. Liberia has won. But if you have gone that way, then I want to ask you a question that I asked yet they could not answer. But I want to say thank you. You did not call any name. You did not give glory to one person. You gave glory to the past, the present, those who were against, those who were for, and the international community. We want to say thank God for for everybody. Let us push this country forward and forget who started it and who not started it. If you want to go that route, and then someone will go the other route.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's hear another. Oh, the feedback. Morning.
Yeah.
Marka and O'Neill, good morning to the Liberian people. This is incoming Representative Milton Yoko, District 6, Monserrato County. Go Marka, go my.
Ula zone, I mean, come here. Kolo no iko go talk about.
Okay, y'all stop right there before you lost on the phone.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, O'Neill Marka. I'm very excited this morning to have this opportunity to be on your show. The reason I always listen to True Breakfast Show is because I see the level of balance and transparency you have in your presentation. So it's always an opportunity for me. Because for me, the time everybody can be seeing the other side, that's the time I can see the other side. And that was going to make me one of the best representatives in the Republic of Liberia. I can tell you, O'Neill, the only problem with the thing is that every position comes with responsibility. Now that Liberia have had this position, we should be responsible enough. People should not just smoke opioid and get on the street and say they want to demonstrate. Students, when they're even lost in classroom, it's not girls out there, they come and demonstrate. Be better when they not take treatment because their husband not pay their hospital bill, they come on the street and demonstrate. People fight government officials, you not go sit down on radio and provoke past government officials because now we are leaders.
Mm-hmm.
So we be
and you're very right about that. Yes, I want you to repeat. Government officials should not provoke the others. Yeah, go ahead.
I said government officials should not be making posts to be provoking all of us, set up a special radio show and bring provoking past dealer, and because they are in power now to be provoking them. Those things shouldn't be happening. We are now leaders. So we got to set an example for the country. They say the fire can start burning from where it is before it go outside. If we fight upon ourselves, how can we go make peace in Mali? If we fight upon ourselves, how can we go make peace in Congo? So this alone should unite. I'm not happy for this until I see Liberia united. Because Liberians, we are divided so much, the politics have separated us. CDC, the party, they want, but we wouldn't get one land, we wouldn't get one chair. Why when somebody talk on the person in power, we can give them a chance. When they try left from the power, we get there, we'll ask them. That's the reason some of us don't believe in Mustafa Raji as president of the Black Football Association. Because he's not a kind of man who got any mess. Even though people who are in power won't get the power, want to fight him, but he welcomes everyone. He does not separate people. So thank you for this opportunity. If the particular position that we are achieved, if we will live correctly in the country, then some of us will demonstrate and tell United Nations to take it away from us.
Good morning.
Milton, thank you.
Okay, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Marka, and good morning.
Morning.
My name is Ibrahim Samar from Johnsonville, District number 2. And let me say thank you for bringing forth the different talking points. Firstly, I want to appreciate the country, Liberia, and all those who stood by this country in advocating to make sure that we are now being recognized again for the second time on the international stage. We hope that we're going to maintain this club. We hope that our actions in our country is going to commensurate with best practices, especially when you are being recognized at the level of security. You should be an example of peace. You should be an example of peaceful coexistence, and not just of bearing a position and then internally you are having different or range of ranking amongst yourself. We hope that this is going to be a gateway to national reconciliation for all political parties, all citizens, regardless of your different perspectives. But when I actually want to speak to the public works ministry, especially that when I sometimes constructively or jealous the kind of things you do, especially for the Sangar that you always been advocating for Sangar. I hope that we have gotten one of the sack of the German mineral water so that I can get to my brother with Marka. That's something that when you're drinking it, you see when the people take up some rehab. Marka come for you about this kind of road down here, and we have entered the rain.
Oh, you used to be in Jakarta? Okay.
See the water community. There was certain part of last year when flooding took over that area, the water I'm like almost 10 feet tall, the water passed above my waist. We have passed through that water. They have people came to the other station, other TV station came and carried it. So I don't know why our people are not coming to our other side. Imagine the kind of condition of this road. And this road has been long in the Puebla, even before the Puebla to just the road.
Okay.
You see the kind of condition we live in here. So I hope that Marka sometimes when they're doing the small thing to one thing you have to do on a bit of
I'm not there again. Okay, you will try.
I'm there, my heart is there, my family is there.
Oh, Jakarta. Okay, how do you are you Jakarta? Dr. Sano, hold on. Sorry, just hold on.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka.
Morning.
Okay. Carwell.
Thank you very much for the talking point this morning. I want to say congratulations to the bro also. I'm listening to my brother, he can represent what this been number 6. That we have put our house in all of people talking about all of people house. And also my talking point come back to the senators and the Labor Minister Cooper Clark. He just want to listen to the senator also. Is not only the request for the experts or the work permit, and they just give you anything that they feel they can give you. Because they were talking about 7,000 for 2024, and now we are going 10,114. Work permit that you are given to experts. So we are talking about 10,000 plus who are working in library, assessing library. You are talking about job that libraries are be doing and what they are giving permit for. So I hope the minister has submitted the listing. They will do the point to know if that's true or the permit that they give to the experts for the work they are doing in library. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Yes. Anyway, we're talking to the UN Security Council seating. Yeah, man. Yeah, let's set a bit like bro. Talk about the other ones the next day, man. Dr. Pee-wee Sando, 20 District 1.
Good morning, good morning to Marka.
Morning.
Yeah, let me use the opportunity to say a very big thank you to Liberia on our win. I know a lot of people were thinking that we couldn't make it, but at least as God will have it, we are on our 6. So I am pushing every Liberian to maintain the peace and then also put on the government, like my brother Yogo says, we don't need to buy more. Anybody who started or who not started is the people, the world looking at us now. So let us maintain our peace and maintain our cordiality among our very self. So congratulations again to the government and the people of Liberia. Thank you very much for this. We'll the other one tomorrow.
Okay, Milton. I'm saying Milton. Milton, this is in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Pee sour, I'm calling Milton now. Yes, you can go ahead and pick it
Yes,
up.
let's take this one. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka.
Morning, go ahead.
Yeah, this water expert they were calling my resident police again this morning. First, let me say thank to you people for the talking point this morning. And first, let me say thank to our president and the former president for that president. Liberia has set up a lot of history after 25 years. So we are happy for the two statements coming from the former president and the present president of the government. So what do they think? And before I would clap it, let me say congratulations to our guest team who left and Erasmus Nigeria yesterday and made a great history and build Nigeria on the country.
Okay. Okay. Damn it. Your line too bad, man.
Good morning. Morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Marka. Good morning.
Hold on.
My name is City.
Better hold on. Better hold on. Better hold on.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Let me appreciate the issues that has to do with the on the land mission. Today is a problem for everyone. You have to on the road, red and white and blue. And it is not like brown. Was said 1961 and 64 years. It's a problem for everyone. I'm going to say to the government and to the opposition. I don't want to contribute to tell you if you on the map of the national community. Thank you so much this morning.
All right. Thank you. Let me say happy birthday to the Auditor General, Jackson Gaswa. Yes, today is your birthday. I want to say happy birthday to you, Jackson Gaswa, the AG of the Republic of Liberia. Good morning. Yes, let's hold you on. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Good morning, O'Neill.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning. Anyway, I'm Beto. I say I'm calling you from somewhere in Johnsonville.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just want to say congratulations to Liberia and Africa a lot. Something that's serving our community, O'Neill. You see the road.
Which community? Akwe. Is it Akwe? Is it Amos?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so let's do the road to all tomorrow. Yeah, this UN Security Council thing. Yeah.
It's very much deplorable.
Now flooding or what?
From the Johnsonville Road
towards
the Chicken Super community. As soon as you leave the quota, you see the situation I'm talking about. Now you see the
Johnsonville Road. Is it in District 2?
District number 2 from the quota that the Chicken Super. As soon as you leave the quota from the Johnsonville side,
okay.
You get on the Johnsonville Road and you see what I'm talking about. I'm begging you. I just want the public minister to use our route.
Okay, so you use the medium to it. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, great, thank you. Yes, 07. Naomi will get to her in like 5 minutes from now. You got call. Go ahead and pick. Yes.
Good morning.
Marka David. Good morning, Ambassador.
Morning.
Let me say good morning to veteran only and as well to the many listeners and viewers on the broadcast. My name is Aloysius P. Flomo Jr. and I from Lower Makibi County, precisely District 2. Let me buttress the talking point that has to do with Liberia election on the UN Security Council. There is a milestone achievement we as Liberians from a holistic background should be celebrating, and I must commend the president for such a statement. You know, Liberia have been course of several decades, years that we left the position and we are coming back as a nation. They demonstrate Liberia global engagement and a tribute to the resilience of the global vision of the Liberian people. So we want to say thanks to all of the leaders that participated in the process, bringing Liberia to this position. Thanks for having me this morning.
Okay. Yes. 2 more calls, then we'll go.
Yeah, let me tell Reverend Lake. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, O'Neill. Thank you for taking my call. You guys have done a fantastic job bringing the information over to the Liberian people and beyond. I'd like to say congratulations to Mr. Ex-President George Weah, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf,
the international community that voted for us, probably 180 countries. And the biggest one for me to President Marka and Sarah Besolo Yanti. I want us to understand in Liberia, it's time for investors to come. It's time for us to start exploring the areas like the mountains and all the other natural resources that we have so that Liberia can move faster and we get more respect. But the people who are going to go to the United Nations, they have to bend over backwards to please not just to the country, our country Liberia, but to also impress the world, the international community. We are on a seat that definitely requires that kind of ability, that agility. We have to make it. Thank you for taking my call.
Yes, the final one. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Marka, and good morning to you. This is Sangar Morris, and I join you from the principal street of Kings County.
I mean, you're too far away, man. I want to give you one diamond mineral water, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I think I will pick my own up because I think I told you about studying computer school. Will soon be coming to town, so yeah, keep my own. Okay, so I want to say thanks to you for the talking point, and we following the show. And as we speak, there's a huge celebration in Bokulu City as it relates to the election that took place yesterday for Liberia being represented on the UN Security Council as a non-permanent member. So this is something that all Liberians should celebrate because O'Neill, I was telling people on the show yesterday at the local radio station. Anybody who opposes this, it means you are not a patriot or a patriotic citizen because we don't see this as a package thing. We see this as a conflict. So if you are opposing this, it means that you don't mean anything good for Liberia. So when it comes to politics, we can discuss that. But when it comes to this, we have to put Liberia first. Okay. Because we are now leader. I think I listened to one caller from District 6 that talked about leadership. Though we are celebrating as well, but we need to exhibit that leadership ability so that the others that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So now, Tapia, please permit us. Let's do the song at least for 2-3 minutes. Then we close up on this matter. Yes. Liberia, you are lifted. This is Ambassador Marion D. Cassell. Yes, Liberia, you are lifted. And if you are proud of your country, let's leave our political jackets away. The world now watching us. Let's celebrate our country. Yes, those of you who in government, start throwing jabs. Leave the social media. Start throwing hate messages. Who started the win started it. Stop throwing jabs. Now you should be responsible. Let's take this one here. Then we'll come back. We'll bring you sports. Thanks so much to the Diamond Mineral Water. Those of you who can that call in here, Ryan Pins, we can come for a sack of the Diamond Mineral Water in the size of the 330 milliliter, the small bottles. Yes, let's get the song. Ambassador Marion Cassell, Liberia, you are lifted, man. Let's move on, man.
You will rise, you will shine, you will prosper in Africa. Give the word. Here we are, in liberty.
And you won't believe it, this song got the former president Charles Ganget up from the seats to dance. Almost 20 years ago, music, man. Maran Cassell, and I'm seeing current president Joe Boykai dancing this one. So this song will live on and on and on and on. Like I want to close up from this end. The song will live on and on.
Yeah.
The
sure.
music in the song, Maran did the song. Well, some of us was staying in high school, and I saw former president Charles Tiller, dancing to the music, man. And the song is still going on. That's Liberia. They ain't saying singing with a specific person name. That's the country Liberia.
Exactly.
No one can be more than the institution. One point in time, let me just put soccer into it. Cristiano Ronaldo has some issues, being one of the best in the game, and he's not more than Manchester United. He have to go. The coach said, "I want him. Let him go." So individual, you can be more than the country. So not at all, right? So in this matter, we want to say love the country. This is the only country we have. Tomorrow, Blocker will not be president, and we still move him as a country. The next person will take over. But we journalists will find it difficult every day, for God's sake. 1 minute we'll talk like this, oh, the apartheid regime. The next minute, the opposition journalists. So who we are? You're trying to define some of us a role now. Who we are. But this is for our national, that every Liberian should be proud. You can be in a country and say, well, it's because of Joseph Boyka, I hate this. Or if George Weah was there, I hate this. Otherwise, else will still be the same old country. Diamond, iron ore, gold, timber, rubber, black sand will have everything. But look at the country. That battle you're feeling calling for chicken soup factory, you say water, no roads, electricity, water will still challenge because of what? Politics. Yeah, man. God bless the nation. My closing part, thank you all, Liberians. Thank you. God love us. Yeah, yeah, man. Mara to don't get old. Oma still looking the same. Yes, let's see who can bring on sports coming up on the TBS 961. Thanks to Diamond Mineral Water. Those of you who call in the nearby area, you can come and get a sack of from at the #1 mineral water in the country, Diamond Mineral Water. Yes, Daryl Cote say he was there when and former President Charles Tiller got up and shook Mara's hand. The same way he shook Daryl Cote's hand. Yes. I think our debate. The former president shook Mara's hand. Tell the kid, yeah. He said, yeah. She did a good music that will live on and on and on and on and on. Yesterday, we saw the whole internet, 98% was congratulating. Just very few, just 2%. And those of you who don't have no access to the internet, and I like why in less than a split second, I saw a post from the CMC chairman, Musa Belete. Yes, saying yes, country fresh, well deserved. I mean, that's how it should be. George, we had to win on to post. I want to see Ellis comments. I want to see Tawan Gongolo posting. I want to see Benedict Euro posting. I want to see, look, what I'm saying for Akaras, well, I'm not saying anything good for Akaras. You should be saying congratulations to Liberia. This is not about.
Not part of the 2%.
Okay, that.
But you know.
Yeah, we want to be seeing this kind of thing. This is progress, man. The big guys in the politics, in the oppositions are doing it. George, we are posted. I ain't see no political thing turning that thing. Like just some sedition turning it around. I saw a post from Musa Balate. I saw a post from Fonanti Kofa who were in battle the whole 7 months. Fonanti Kofa initially going for one cohort or another cohort. But he posted say, congratulations, Liberia. That's how it should be, man. Today you're there, tomorrow you not be there. All the things the Unity Party people doing, they're talking so. Tomorrow, different party will take over. One building that I saw, Marka, the E.J. Raw building. How many of you remember the E.J. Raw building on the Ashmore Street there? That building was, come on, that building still the same. One of the cars that building or the Chewy Party had that building. Just look at that E.J. Raw building. That building is one of the longest building we have in West Africa. Yeah. But the building is just like that. The E.J. Raw building. LeBron probably
you mean one of the oldest buildings?
Yeah, one of the oldest. LeBron probably just the E.J. Raw building. Until that building can be fixed, then some of our problems will start to be fixed. That building, I don't know the curse the building or what. The Chewy Party that had that building, the E.J. Raw building. Look at that building, right opposite the Central Bank. Yes, thank you so much. We love you, Joseph Boyka. You are president. The next person will become president. I love you too. Joe Black Eye, govern well, and that's it. Let's go for sports. What's paying news? All my CDC friends will play football on Saturday. We'll wrestle on Saturday. A job will come out of power. That's it. Once Liberian people go and vote, the president will say, yeah, our leader here, and we should respect our leader. That's the only way the country will move. Otherwise, else we'll be doing payback. And those of you, as we close up, those of you in government, stop throwing jabs on the social media. We have to be a responsible government. That you're throwing jabs, you're hurting people. People just read out. People who don't comment, but they just read on the social media. They don't like, they don't comment. They read, they seize everything, they keep everything. Anyway, let's make progress. Let's get sports, see what's making news in the world of sports. Yes. So let's leave off from Studio One and say good morning to Naomi Tapia. Naomi, good morning. Welcome to sports. Good morning to you.
Basketball League continues this Wednesday with two exciting fixtures in the middle first and second divisions set to take place at the SKD Gym. In the second division, two hard-caliber teams. The 2025 National Lottery Kickball Knockout Cup continues this Wednesday with a packed lineup of thrilling fixtures at the SKD Kickball pitch in Pinksville. Wednesday's schedule will feature a high-stake clash between two powerhouses, the Community Youth Empowerment, or CYE, and Liberia's oldest kickball club, Aries, at 2:30 p.m., followed by a showdown between Watanga and Girls of Zion at 3:30 p.m. At 4 p.m., Zion Sisters will lock arms with Elite Girls, while Skills and United Sisters wrap up the day's action with a 5 p.m. face-off. Thursday's fixtures promise even more excitement. The day opens with Success taking on Vision Sisters at 2:30 p.m., followed by G-Star going up against Destiny Monserrado at 3:20 p.m. At 4 p.m., the high-flying Shooting Stars will face their feeder team in a much-anticipated intra-club battle. The final match of the day sees Axe Sisters square off against Ecclesia at 5 p.m. Fans can expect two action-packed days of kickball as things battle for a place in the next round of the prestigious knockout competition. Liberia's senior women's national football team returned home early Tuesday after securing a commendable third-place finish at the 2025 West Africa Football Union Zone A Women's Tournament held in Nouakchott, Mauritania. The team received a warm welcome at Rabat International Airport, where they were greeted by Liberia Football Association President Raji, Deputy Sports Minister Andy Kwame, National Cultural Ambassador Kekura Kamara, and several other dignitaries. During a brief ceremony at the airport, LFA President Raji praised the team's performance and highlighted the importance of continued investment in women's football. He also extended appreciation to the government of Liberia for its support, emphasizing that with increased resources, Liberia can achieve even greater milestones in sport. And away from Liberia, Sheffield Wednesday have been charged by the English Football League with multiple breaches of its regulations relating to payment obligations. Uno Dafon Chinsiri has also been charged with causing the club to be in breach of EFA regulations despite his commitment to fund their cash requirements. The charges relate to the club failing to pay players wages on time and in full in both March and May this year. The club and Chancery have 14 days to respond to the charges. Wednesday said in a statement on the club website, the club continued to seek a resolution regarding outstanding salaries due for the month of May at the earliest possible opportunity. Match wages were eventually paid in full on 7 April, with the club saying it was a temporary issue due to debts owed to Chancery, whose family controlled the Thailand Group, the world's largest producer of canned tuna. The Thai businessman has been in charge of the Hillsborough side for 10 years, and his tenure has been plagued with financial issues. Wednesday were placed under a registration embargo in both 2023-4 and 24-5 seasons and were deducted 6 points in 2021, a season where they were relegated from the second tier for breaching spending rules. They finished 12th in the championship last season in their second season back after winning promotion from League One. That's all from our sports desk.